Hey guys, I wanted to do a short video on just solder bridging. You see this is the terminal that we're going to be, this is the actual pin, let's say that's defective, that we're going to be bridging. We want to bridge it, let's say, to here and to here because we got, let's say, a big burn mark and you want to bridge it. So the first thing I would do in this case is go ahead and solder those two pins that I'm going to be bridging to. Okay. Now imagine that there's this big black char mark, so we can't solder this connection. So that's why we're doing a solder bridge. Okay, so I'm getting a piece of solid core wire. I'm gonna and strip it right like that. Okay. Now in this case, what I'd do is actually would kind of wind it in a loop. Normally what I'd do if I was just connecting it to one point, I would take it into a loop, put it in, nice tight loop, put it in here, and then solder it to another point. I'd take, the needle nose pliers and pinch it on there like this, and then solder over here, so making that bridge. In fact, I'll just do that real quick rather than explain it. I'll show it to you. So trying to do this so that the camera will pick it up. It's a little odd, but there we go. Okay, so you can see that's pinched. Once you got it pinched really good like that, normally I just cut the wire to size beforehand. There we go. Okay, and that way it won't kind of roll all over the place. Fit it back in that hole. Okay, so now we go ahead and solder it, and we'll wait a little for it to heat up. There we go. You can see the solder's wicking in there. Make it look nice. Then we solder the other side as well. Now with the soldering iron, you actually take the wires and just kind of bend them down like that. There we go. Now, once you got that going, take the cutters. Just a second, make sure that video is going. Okay, we're good. Then we take the cutters and cut it like that. Now you gotta. When I cut, I didn't. Normally, what I'll do if I'm in the customer's home, I'll sandwich it with my finger and then make the cut so that the metal doesn't just go anywhere. While I'm in my lab, I don't care where it goes. I got lots of different little metal pieces all over the floor, so just sweep it up later. But if you're in a customer's home, you don't want them, finding little bits and pieces of wire and stuff like that. That's not that professional. So let's take a look at it. There we go. So that's looking pretty good. All right, now I'll go ahead and desolder that. I actually do the same points, just with a 3-pin connection. So we're gonna, and so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the wire and loop the middle. I'm gonna do something similar to what we did before, except this time we're looping the middle instead of the having the loop at the end. So we can just kind of loop it in there and kind of pinch it. You can solder it. So imagine we just replace a relay. We're soldering to the pin because that's the only contact we have. No pad. See, it did adhere to the pin. How it just kind of seeps in there. It's that both the pin and the wire have heated up enough so that the solder will adhere to both. And then we can position this guy, make sure I'm on camera. Yeah, so you can see the wire. If you want to do it nice, then you can kind of position it at 90-degree angle, that type of thing. You guys should have seen the soldering before I was on camera. It's horrific, but it worked. So, you know, the whole artistic soldering, it's really not necessary. It's nice looking, but it's not necessary. Anyways, okay, so we got one side done. Let's go ahead and get the other side going here. And Brandon, I hope this helps you out with the board you're working on. There we go. Okay. And we'll cut that off. And we'll cut the other end off too. Alright, so let's try to get the camera to focus here. There you go. Alright. Well, that's my video for today. Hope you guys have many successful board repairs.